Hello fans, I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and this is the second in my series on basic LED fans. These are a little bit different from the previous ones, well, most of the previous ones that I showed you. I'm going to start with, I've got 4 here right now. I've got ID Cooling TF-12025-SW, Cryo-PC, which is not the same as Cryo Rig, LED series, green LED case fan. That's that's the originality of their name. And then I've got Rise or RiseMode, depending on where you see it. Also Rises with a Z, USA. And that is Wind Azul LEDs. Azul being blue in Spanish. And then I've got PcCooler FW120. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. And we will start with the ID cooling. As you can see, the lighting is in the center, and you can actually tell where and how many there are. So in this case, of course, just 4. So in an inexpensive way, and with the white blades, it makes, I guess you could say, a nice appearance. However, I think if they had made the LEDs stick into the hub of the impeller more, you wouldn't be able to see quite so obviously. Or maybe if they'd made the hub more translucent or less translucent, that would have helped. I'm not really sure which would work better. But that is the ID cooling. And now let's try the cryo rig. I'll turn that off for now. And yes, this is green. Don't mind the blue color. That's just coming from my fan controller here. By the way, if you're interested, this is the Copal fan controller, which I got from Labs, EN Labs. And so, yeah, this is the Cryo-PC, not to be confused with Cryo Rig. And again, it's got LEDs in the middle. That the plastic is green. I don't really remember if the LEDs are actually, yep, they are. The LEDs are also green. And there are way more than 4 in there. So this is just another very basic option. Let's go to the next one then, the RiseMode Wind. Whoops, that's the wrong one. No, that's the wrong one too. Do I have these backwards? Yes, I do. Uh-oh, there it is. Now this one has lots along the outside, which makes it a little bit more interesting because, as you can see, it gives you that illusion with the translucent blades that also have lots of protuberances, like little dots sticking out of them. So it provides a different appearance. It gives a real swirl effect while still being 3-dimensional. So that's kind of interesting. Now on my screen, I'm seeing, sorry about that, I'm seeing purple, but in actuality, this is a blue LED fan. I don't know why my camera turns blue to purple and fades out red. It's unfortunate that I can't give accurate representations. Sorry about that, guys. And so let's go ahead and turn that one off. Now we'll go to the PcCooler. And as you can see, this one is a little bit different from the other ones, and you did see this last video, where we've got static RGB in the sense that we have a variety of LED colors, which is primarily, if we look at the hub there, it seems like it's just red, green, and blue LEDs. Now, how they're actually achieving the color mixing, I don't know if that's just because of LEDs that are in proximity to each other creating that effect, or if there are actually other LEDs that are designed, because I can't really see where the LEDs are all located in this, but I think it's just red. Yep, it is. It's hard to see, but there are 2 each. 2 green, 2 red, and 2 blue. So very simple technique to produce a rainbow effect. And it's attractive, I think, don't you? It's just unable to do anything other than this. So let's go ahead and I'm going to turn them all on so you can look at them. And I'd love to hear what you think about these fans, which one you would be most likely to want to put into your case. I mean, would you like to have just a rainbow effect? Would you like to have this kind of 3D spiraling effect? Just a plain green or plain, well, not plain, but a white that looks like a cross, kind of. Except it's, equidistant legs. Please put in the comments which would be your choice to put into your case. Or maybe a mix. I mean, it's all up to you after all. It's your case. All right, we're going to move on to another group. Okay, I've got the Fanner, which is a pretty lame brand. They overstate their specs. It's the S80. And then this one, I'm not sure what the brand is, but it's sold by N-Labs. And it's the TX3. And then this is the Barrow LED. Why didn't they put a model name on here or number? Let's see. There it is. I can't read it very well, but it's the BF02-PR-D. Well, that is so useful. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so there's that one. And the last one is from Vetroo. Now, Vetroo claims not to have any performance fans, because I asked them, I said, I want to get one of your performance fans. They said, we don't have any. So this is the LED case fan, which is CP-FAN-VPL. And from what I've seen of their fans, it's true they don't have any performance fans. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. We'll start with the Fanner. So that's all you get. This is a ring fan, as you might have already surmised. Very simple one. One side only, and that's all the lighting there is for it. So maybe that appeals to you, maybe not. And now the TX3. Another one of those three-dimensional illusions. So yeah, that's, this is another one that has the protuberances on. I don't know if, can you tell, like with the last one, that there are protuberances? Can you see the illusion that this produces with those protuberances? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe a little bit. But yeah, it's still, I do like the effect. Now here's the Barrow. Ooh, wow. Okay, this one's a little bit more powerful, so I have to be careful with this one. Now, what you're seeing right now is, I'm not even really quite sure how this one works, but it seems like there are LEDs in the middle, and the lighting, I don't know, there are these spots along the inside of the frame here. You can see those. Those are actually there. Those are not just light. So the light is hitting those. So you get this illusion that the light is going from, say, the center to those spots, but those spots are pre-existing. So that's kind of an interesting thing, and the chrome is what is causing the illusion of the light traveling across. Now, I don't know if you can see that. What the heck is this? That is really interesting. I'm not sure what that is, but that is very interesting. Well, okay. That's strange. All right, let's go to the next one. And another one with the difference is, whereas the TX3 has the protuberances, this doesn't have protuberances, little dots. This has actually got humped sections on the blades. And that's why it's producing this kind of zigzag appearance to it. Which, if you're already bored with the other one, gives a nice little bit of variety there. So let's look at them all together. It's kind of hard to see the Barrow. It's getting kind of washed out by the other ones. And I can't turn it up too much because this one's actually... Oh, no! Oh, crapola. Hold on. All right, so the Barrow, again, is kind of difficult to show you the lighting. I can't really make it much stronger than this without doing that. And then it makes the other ones fall over. So yeah, this is a little bit challenging to be able to show you all four of them at the same time because the Barrow's lighting is just so subtle that it gets washed out by the others. So let me just try to reduce the... Oh, crap. Okay, well, the fans keep on falling over because they're competing with each other with all these stupid cables in the way, which is... I'm going to just turn that down. There we go. All right, now we can see it. So which do you like? We're getting this rainbow effect on this one. And I'll show you what I mean by the blades of these two in just a second here. But which kind would you be most interested in from this set? Would it be the Vetroo, the Barrow, the TX3, or the Fanner? Okay, so we can see with this one, you can see all the little dots. And those are actually on the concave side for this fan. Some fans put them on the convex side. And you can see that this is chromed. And you can see that this one has two sections. And that produces that kind of a zigzag effect. So again, simple physical changes that produce different results. Kind of cool. All right, so I've got the Sama Ice Lantern 2S, the MantisMan Table PC fan, the PcCooler Corona, and the SilverStone Air Penetrator or 121 green LED or AP121 GL. So let's go ahead and start with the Sama. I'm going to turn off this light. Let me just plug it in. And there it is. Now, what you're seeing is not what I'm seeing. So this portion over here that is yellow, presumably for you, for me is orange. And then this portion over here for me is green. And this stuff up here for me is kind of blue and purple. So you're getting a different spectrum than what I'm getting. You're seeing yellow and red and blue, kind of a pale blue. And this is translucent white plastic, so that's part of the reason. This is the Ice Lantern 2S, which I guess means two-sided because it has the ring on both sides. Not a very remarkable fan. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the MantisMan, which sounds kind of dramatic if you ask me, having grown up watching kung fu movies and TV shows. All right, so that's that one. Now neither of these are particularly fancy. They've got plain blades and everything, but I feel like the coloration of this one, because it uses transparent fan blades and a special frame that redirects the light, is interesting. So you see, what you see here is a ring fan, but there are no LEDs along the outside. This is all the light coming from the hub. It's being captured by the plastic around in the frame and redirected toward the camera. So you actually get a two-sided ring fan without all the extra LEDs, which is very ingenious. So like I was saying, you can do a lot if you're clever with the materials. So we get a nice selection of colors too, and a ring on both sides. I like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the PcCooler Corona. Now there's not too much to this one. It's got a ring, but only on one side. And if you're paying attention, it looks a lot like that fanner I just showed you. And now it doesn't want to stand up. What the heck? All right, that's weird. Before it wanted to stand up, and now it doesn't want to. Oh, I know why. It's the speed of the fan. I got to turn it down. It's too high. There we go. It's pushing itself over. Oops. I'm going to just take that off. That thing's getting in the way. All right, so, yeah. It looks exactly like the fanner that I showed you before, and I don't think that's a coincidence. I'm going to speculate, but I think they bought from the same manufacturer as fanner. All right, now we're going to look at the SilverStone AP121 green LED. And this one, I don't know why, they only use 3 LEDs, and it's very obvious where they are on the hub. Now, one of the interesting things about this is because the fan is chromed, you get a false ring for a different reason. So whereas with the MantisMan, it was refracting the light toward us, this one is reflecting the light toward us. So this is, again, a little bit of innovation, a little bit of creativity. I like that. So I'm going to turn them all on now. And here they are. So that SilverStone really pales in comparison. But when it's dark, it's interesting. So there's going to be one more part to this video. And then I'm just going to show you all the rest of the ring fans that I've got, that I've uncovered from my collection so far, or inventory. Looking at these 4, is there one that you would prefer to have? Please put it in the comments. Which one do you think is the least appealing? Put that in the comments. Is it the most appealing, least appealing? SilverStone Air Penetrator 121, PcCooler Corona, MantisMan Table PC Fan, Sama Ice Lantern 2-sided. Which one is it? Let me know. Okay, so this is the new group of fans that I want to share with you. We have the Enermax USB rubber fan. And it's USB because it connects to USB for power, and it's rubber because it's rubber gasket going around the outside edge for better airflow. And you can take the rubber gasket off, use it on a different fan if you want to, although it doesn't always fit well on certain kinds of fans. This is the AeroCool Lightwave. Now, the USB fan does have a little light controller here, and the AeroCool also has a light mode controller. And this is the Lepa Chopper Advance. Lepa is a brand of Enermax, and you do get no control over this light bar that you see running through here. And this is the Enermax TV Vegas Duo. You get both a speed control, a potentiometer, and a light mode control. Now, the light mode is dependent on the speed. So if you decrease the speed here or at your fan hub, it will impact the quality of the lighting. This is the final one, the Enermax DF Vegas. And this one has just this one controller for the lighting. But it also has corner cushions, unlike the other ones except for that one. So we'll start with this one. I'm going to turn off the light. And this is the blades are translucent on this side and chromed, translucent red, sorry, on this side and chromed on the back side. So you get that kind of 3D-ish effect from that. So that's the first mode. Second mode. Third mode. Fourth mode. Fifth mode. And this is the sixth mode where it rotates through the previous 5 modes. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. And now we'll go to the AeroCool light wave, which is not very impressive. It only has lighting, whereas this one has a light ring going all the way around. You can see the LEDs going all the way around. This one only has LEDs at each corner, and they are blue LEDs. So it's less impressive in my opinion. But, you know, you tell me what you think. Oops. The cable's getting in the way. So that's the first mode. And although you're seeing purple, there's only blue in actuality. It's just my camera can't process the color correctly. So as you can see, the lighting effect is rotating around it. Faster and slower. And then it does a different kind of rotation for the second mode. And then it flashes for the third mode. And then we're back to the first mode again. I do believe. Yes. So let me turn that one off. And then the chopper advanced with the light bar that I showed you already just does this. But it rotates through all the lighting possibilities over and over and over again. So you have no control, but it's constantly changing. I think it's a creative thing. It would have been nice if they had used colored LEDs instead of just white and different color possibilities, but I think for the time that when this came out, this is a really nice choice. And I like looking at this one. Although I don't like looking at any of them for terribly long because I find it boring after a while. But that's what it does. Now we'll look at the DB Duo or TB Duo. Now I got to make sure not to make it go too fast because it'll fall over and then it'll knock over the other one. Oh, it's trying to do that already. All right, I'm going to be very careful. That's the first mode, and we'll start from here. And then red. And then red and blue. So it kind of gives a purplish effect because they're so close to each other. And just like the USB rubber fan, this one also has translucent on this side and chrome on the back side, as is true with this one as well, actually. So this would be the fourth one. Fifth one. And then blue and red together, although it is kind of hard to see the red in this one, in the seventh one. The eighth one. Ninth one. 10th one. And now it's going to, I believe, rotate through all of them. Now, unfortunately, in this mode, the red is really washed out because of my camera. So let's move on to the next one, the last one. Okay, so we'll start with this mode, 1. There we go. Oh, I don't know why it just, that was a little bit weird. It suddenly, okay, now that I'm adding more power, it's doing better, but the color is weird on the screen. So this is another pure blue, but you're seeing purple. And this is actually rotating through. So it's a little bit irritating. Okay, 1. Two. 3. And that's 4. Or maybe that was actually the rotating one. It could be the rotating one. Yeah, I think this is the mode that rotates between the other 3. Anyways, I'm going to pause this and set it up so you can see all of them at the same time. All right, so here's all 5 of them. The USB rubber fan, the Lightwave, the Chopper Advance, the TB Duo, and then the DF, TB Vegas Duo, sorry, and the TF Vegas. I'd love to know which one you like the best. If you can at least tell me which one you like the best, if not rank them 1 to 5. I'd be very curious to hear how you feel about each of them. These are some of the most advanced basic LED fans that I have in my inventory. So if this is something that appeals to you, I mean, you might be able to still find some of these on various websites. All right. I'm sorry to do this, but I need to ask for your help. Because Amazon and Sedgwick won't take responsibility for the injury I sustained at work, that is going to cause me to have my shoulder replaced on November 29th of 2024. I'm going to be off of work for 3 to 4 months, and the pay that I'll be getting from Amazon during that time, because Sedgwick will not pay me anything, will be after taxes and benefits, probably somewhere in the area of $10, maybe $12, something like that, per hour of a 40-hour week. And so that's going to be very financially troublesome for me, to put it mildly. I mean, just my rent alone is like $1,150. And then there are all the other expenses. I do have some help, but I do appreciate it if anybody is willing to help. You can join my channel, Glenn's Fast Reviews, or you can go to patreon.com/GlennMII and become a member there. If you can't safely do that, please don't, though. I don't want anybody financially getting into trouble trying to help me. That would just that would make me feel really bad, as if somehow I was responsible for the choice you made, even though it was your choice. So if you can't, that's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day.